Oh, hey everyone, it's BDevine, of course, from DevineMiracles.com, and you can also find me on BDevineOnline.com now, my new updated website, all different ways of paying and also different things that are on offer. And today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys on YouTube about the upcoming webinar. This is going to be live but unlisted, so only available to those who buy tickets. And it's going to be about your psychic abilities, and this one is going to be focusing on claircognizance and clairsentience. Both of them need to work together. In fact, your clairsentience energy needs to work with all of your abilities. If you don't do that, if you don't get your feeling going, then it's going to be difficult. But I'm going to help you to overcome some of the normal hurdles, but also some big activations for you, attunements, energy of meditations. Like, I take you on some pretty amazing journeys in these webinars. So the link will be below to register. Also, if you're a patron, you get 10% off anything and everything on that store at any time. So if you're a patron, your link will be at Patreon.com. Of course, it's /DevineMiracles. And hopefully you guys are doing really, really well. This has been an amazing time for all of us. I'm even doing my own nails these days, right? And we're all having to learn how to do everything by ourselves and in a different way. And also not sure exactly what's happening worldwide. Of course, there's just so many differences of opinions and people who are also speaking their opinion no matter what you put. I try to keep nothing on my wall that's anything but positive, just in case someone out there is wants to show their true colors all of a sudden. I don't want to hear it. But you may, in this last week especially, have been a little bit anxious, a little bit irritated, and flying off at certain things, because we were not only breaking a huge karmic cycle, but we had the energy of the full moon in Aries, which is all about the head. And if you know any Arians, they do get a bad rap because they do tend to be the bosses, the leaders, the ones that are headstrong and can be quite bored very easily, very dominating at times as well. But they also have an amazing sense of humor and a very, very kind heart and work really, really hard at what they do. But they have that, face on them that you don't want to mess with them. So this energy was coming through this week, and a fiery kind of an energy was happening. And so, I spent a whole week just being like, I don't know, just everything was getting under my skin more than normal. Right? And I have patience, I can be patient. It's been 11 years where people will try your patience when you're in a position like this. But I can be patient about anything, but when there's a lot in my own life going on that none of you know about, and I go through my own stuff as well, and personal stuff, and it's like I'm the go-to person for my family as well. If there's a crisis, we'll just lean it all on her, and if there's something going on, we'll just tell her and she can sort it out. And I'm that sort of person as well. And sometimes it just gets too much. And you may have been also experiencing that this week. And what I always tell people is, don't worry about being annoyed or upset or having to set a boundary or saying no when you need to. If you do this is you finally allowing yourself a voice, is finally allowing yourself some worth, because everybody else take. If you are always the giver, then you're going to be very resentful when you don't feel like much is coming back, So I hope that you guys have just allowed yourself to express yourself. We have another full moon coming up, which makes it a blue moon on Halloween, can you believe? And funnily enough here, we are able to, so my husband's a professional drummer and he has a band at the moment that he's playing with, and they had a gig, when was it? Not this Saturday, last Saturday, and they have another one on the day before Halloween. So it's going to be interesting. So we've been allowed to go out. We have to go home early. We have to wear masks and stuff. So now I'm going to have to put masks and stuff to the dress up thing that we're doing, but it'll work out. So we've all been restricted, and last week on Saturday I found out that my dog died over in Australia, so I just haven't really looked at that yet. There was just so many things going on all at once last week that I haven't had a chance to even process that energy, because I should have been back in Australia a year ago. So our plans were that we were going back every year and making sure that everybody's okay and doing what we got to do and have a little break, but that couldn't happen with all this COVID stuff. And now there's so much different things happening in general, where people are struggling. And I'm one of them, I'm not gonna joke about it. It's been very hard to keep everything going. And especially with YouTube suppressing me and Facebook not doing anything really either when I try to set things up. I'm not sure if anyone's seeing things or whatever. So I had to take everything into my own hands and now create something else, which is easier. But it's been, there's a certain amount, like anybody else, that you've got to come up with each month, right? And when you're working online, you don't know what you're making one day to the next, let alone 1 month to the next. So to be honest, all of this has been difficult for me to keep going and to keep being here. I'm trying everything I can. Obviously, I'm going to stay completely positive about the whole thing and trust that the abundance is always going to be there, always have enough to get through. But if we're all being honest, etc., it has been a difficult journey for me, keeping everything cheap for everybody, and also trying to keep everything afloat as well. My husband also is trying to help as much as he can. So, we've got kids in all different places of the world as well, and they all need something every now and then too, as it is. It's just how it is. And so I really hope that everybody that's listening is balancing themselves out, trusting in the process, and knowing that, everybody is going through the same thing in one way or another. There's a lot of people whose anxiety and stresses and PTSD and triggers and upsets and fighting and division and being scared and not being at home and not being where they should be, and kids over here and kids over there, just like everybody else, worrying about everything, right? And we know that worry doesn't really get us anywhere. It just generates more. So my advice to everybody is allow yourself to feel. Don't suppress your feelings. Get annoyed, get yelling, get upset, get whatever. Go, scream at the universe, right? But then pull it back in and say to yourself, okay, I had to get to this point in order for this to begin. And now I'm going to do my meditations and do my spiritual work, etc., etc. And you bring yourself back in. Sometimes things are out of control or out of your control. So where grief is concerned, sometimes when you can't process it straight away and you're ignoring it, sometimes anger can come from that as well. And everything's bigger than it should be. You get your foot stuck somewhere and it's like, my foot's stuck. It's like this huge big, war, So I get that, and definitely. So just remember that sometimes grief can come out as anger or upset as well. So we're just doing the best that we can. And so I thought that I would do a Domino Angels card for us all. I know someone's going to go ahead and tag the timestamp so they don't have to listen to the beginning of the video. So if you need to do that, that's cool. But Domino Angels. Now, if you are ordering anything from the website, I have to tell you in advance, I've been trying to catch everybody before, when they first make an order or just before, but it's taking over 8 weeks now to get it here. So to get it around the world, around the United States, it's longer than 8 weeks now. It used to be 6 weeks, was like, okay, you know, it could take 6 weeks and allow people that time. Now it's like over 8 weeks. I was waiting for a bank card to come registered post, and it took 9 weeks, and that's with it moving quickly. So just be aware of that. I'm going to be doing my best again to get my crystal store here eventually, like all my stock, all my things. It's been, you know, it's just like anybody else. There's things that have to come first, right? So we're trying, and we just focus all the time on everything being okay, everything being easy, everything, you know, if it's taking its time, then it's all in the right timing, you know, and all that sort of thing. So let's see what the angels have to say. And if you are a patron, I have got this new deck. I will show you. Called Fairy Lenormand, right? Gorgeous. So this one, I'm going to be doing the months for the star signs, or what you call them, zodiac signs. And I'm going to use the Fairy Lenormand in a special way. So if you're a patron, we're going to do this one. I'll probably do a one of these for you guys here on YouTube as well. And the guidance for October and live shows and stuff, it's all coming. So yeah, so look out for those ones as well. Okay, Domino Angels. All right, what does everyone need to know? Okay, Archangel, oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, I can't do it. Archangel Muriel, maybe over here. Oh, geez. Okay. I've only got one window open, and there it is. But Archangel Muriel, the color is like light blue. And the message is, the number is 8. Okay. The message is, Archangel Muriel is with you, protecting your home right now. There may be thieves in the area, or you could have just been a victim of this. Okay. This is everywhere right now. All right. Everybody's gone a little crazy, and we just need to ask for this extra protection. So please ask the angels to stand guard at your home. You may also be losing things more than usual, like forgetful. Okay, if you're becoming forgetful, there's something that's triggered you. Okay, you need to bring all your energy back into your body. Okay, this will pass with a reason behind it, so you'll figure it out. Also, it talks about a person of authority connecting with you, talking with you. You need to talk with, might be a government or something like that, or they may visit your home. Person in uniform. An angel of cycles, Muriel asks you to remember that the good always replaces the bad. All right, so as we go through these cycles, and as we go through these changes, and as we deal with the planets, and as we're dealing with worldwide events, and as we're dealing with government, and we're dealing with people going crazy, and we're dealing with masks, and we're dealing with isolation, we're dealing with not being able to travel, we're dealing with things that we have not had to deal with before. And, you know, we took it all in our stride at the beginning, and we're like, okay, this is not going to be for long, and I just got the feeling this won't be for long. And then of course it's up to each place where you live, because some places are completely back to normal. Sydney in Australia has been completely free for a long time. Off they go doing all their stuff. But then you've got Melbourne, and that's been shut down till November. Really ridiculously, like months after the fact. And then you've got places here that are open. Florida's completely open, and I think Idaho's completely open now, and a few other places are getting more relaxed. Because the energy is like, if you really are, that unwell and you're compromised in one way or another, you're kind of used to that anyway. You're used to having to making sure that you don't get unwell and all that sort of stuff. Maybe you have someone that goes to the store for you or whatever. But people who are not unwell, I don't feel should be stuck, in this energy all the time. So you've got to protect yourself if you're sick. That's always been the way of it. And now if you're healthy, I don't see why healthy people should be covering up and all that sort of stuff. We have to get to a point where if we want everything to continue to normalize, then we're going to have to normalize our fear and get out of that fear energy and just move forward, right? So some people are doing this. This is happening. There's a lot that's changing, and Archangel Muriel is helping each one of you with deep protection and healing, and also to help with the protective energies, keeping you strong, right? Don't give in to things so easily. Like oftentimes I'm working with people on healing, and they say, okay, can you fix this? And I'm like, no, we're going to fix this together. Oh, well, I thought that you're going to get relief if you just let me do something and we work with the angels and we get it done. You're going to feel relief. You're going to feel awesome. But if you don't learn how to mentally change what's happened to you and mentally see it in a different way, then you're just going to keep on pulling that energy back. Like I hear people's language all the time. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I can't sleep. Oh, I've had such a crappy day, and it's like all over the place. Like, oh, I wish this would happen, and oh, FFS, whoa, this is going on, and this is going on. A comment, and generating that energy. Like, I'm sick. Okay, good. Now you are. Okay, I can't sleep. Well, now you can't, because you're just completely programming it in. So look at the language, look at the declarations. In ancient times, the word was completely, the most powerful thing that you could do. It still hasn't changed, right? It's just that it was practiced a lot more. So people didn't often say much, actually. It was quiet. People didn't say anything unless they were proclaiming something or declaring something, right? It wasn't just needless talk for the sake of talking, which we get a lot of now, right? But Muriel works with Archangel Michael in this protective mode. Okay, be aware of what you're saying. Be aware of what you're drawing into your life. Okay, we can't always be perfect. I always say that. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Just be mindful. When you're getting yourself in a mood or you're getting something happening on, say, okay, when did this start? When did I really start to feel agitated? What was I watching, or what did I see, or what frustrated me, or who frustrated me? For me, it's just wearing thin, like with a lot of pulling at my energy, like all the time, like 24/7. Gotta do, have to have, answer, all the time. Can I just ask? Like, it's all the time. I just can't do it all. And I've just realized that, like it's really not up to me to fix it all, And if you guys were, so say for example, I've always tried to be super personal with you all and help you personally. But if you went to somebody like, I don't know, Greg Braden or Esther Hicks, what is it, Abraham and all that sort of stuff, there's no way that she's going to personally answer your email or your plea on Facebook or whatever. She's not going to answer you. You're going to get directed somewhere. Read this or make an appointment or blah blah blah. It wouldn't be her. And I thought, wow, this is, it's probably clever, but I've just always been the one that's there. I've just always been the one that's answering everything, etc. So things in all of this, like all of our energy, we have to realize, and we have to start to realize where we allow ourselves to be run over, basically. and then be annoyed about it. So that little energy has to stop. And it's like Muriel's asking you to look at the cycles in your life. Look where some sort of pattern is repeating, and look how you answered that situation, or look how you look what you said in that situation, or how you dealt with it, and change it. Change your reaction, change your answer, change your attitude, change the whole thing, and you don't deal with it anymore, right? So nothing can really annoy you or upset you or hurt you or make you angry unless you let it. I mean, grief can make you upset. Grief can make you react in a way you wouldn't normally react. And so can PTSD. And people who suffer from severe trauma and severe anxiety and panic attacks, it all comes up in emotional exhaustion. It comes up in your body in completely different ways. And you know exactly what those ways are, okay? And so when you get to the bottom of why that happened or why you react in this way, and you really can focus on healing that aspect of your life, as well as saying positive things, having positive vibes, and also saying the declarations that you want, like I'm happy and free. I used to get PTSD. I don't get that anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if you have no evidence of that, it rewires immediately. I'm telling you, your body rewires immediately and goes, oh, it's almost like telling the universe, oh, this is what we're doing now. Okay. And of course there's other things in there, and if you need help with any of this, of course, make sure you reach out, because we really do uncover a lot of things on our phone calls and mentoring, etc. Like, there's a lot that you would just be blown away what can be causing something that you didn't even think about. But because you're talking to me about it, I have an objective view. I can pick it up and you'll go, oh my God, that was that? All this time? Oh my God. Or past life stuff or whatever. But don't let it run your life, I guess, is the biggest thing. And we're in this phase right now where everybody's just going, in their own world, or going crazy, or don't know how to deal with any kind of stress. And here it is in their face for the first time in a really long time. So, they act out and all that sort of stuff happens, And I feel that it's our job, and it has been our job for a long, long time now, to truly empower yourself and arm yourself completely with your spiritual knowledge and weapons, right? And if you can do that, then you can get through anything and everything, right? And get to the other side of it. Not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to agree with you. People are going to try to throw religion at you and scared and doing this. My dad's doing this a lot now because he's old and he had a heart attack a year ago. So he's like trying to, he's worried about my soul or something. And he's back on the bandwagon of all these different scriptures and stuff. So, and it's his fear. So he's more afraid of God than anything, and that's a sad thing. That's the actual truth, He doesn't see God as a loving God. He sees God as, angry with him for some reason. And so, oh God, we all need to follow this because we're all going to get in really big trouble if we don't. So, patience is a virtue. But, so you're going to get a lot of different sort of things happening, and you all know what I'm talking about. You're all getting it, I'm sure, everywhere. All right, but let's stay strong. Remember our practices. Just remember that it doesn't matter what you believe in as long as you feel happy with it. If you feel scared in your belief system, then there's something wrong. If someone's trying to tell you that you're weak and they're strong, get out of it, right? It should be about helping you to empower, to lift, and change where you need to, when you're ready to, with an understanding of why something got there in the first place, instead of feeling guilty and blaming yourself, feeling worthless and useless, and going out about life in extreme pain because of it. Right? You don't need to live that way. And soon my husband and I will be doing a live channeling, okay? And we'll get some more information. It has been, like I said, quite a little bit rough this last couple of weeks. So I'm not going to promise what day I'm going to be here, but I'll do my best to be here as soon as we can. Most likely the weekends are a little bit better sometimes. But we'll see what comes up for this week. The angel Muriel's working with us this week, okay? And don't forget, I will be doing some more videos coming up here soon. Join Patreon, have a look at the webinar. Know that it's going to be completely live, and you'll get this unlisted link for the webinar until I start moving into my new platform for really big courses and things like that. So you're really going to get some knowledge going on here. I want to thank you all for being a part of YouTube and Divine Miracles and being awesome for all of these years. It's like 11 years now that I've had Divine Miracles. I think it's 10 years I've been online, okay, as in making videos, but 11 years online altogether. And see you on all my social media at Divine Miracles, and anywhere else you want to go. And check the links below for the new website and the easy way to navigate things. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Lots of love, many blessings, stay strong, and bye for now. Bye.